Hello friend, we are going to start our yoga with some warm-up yoga poses to get your body ready for yoga. To start, let's bring our feet down onto our mat and sit up nice and tall. Now bring your hands and bring them on the back of your legs. This is called rocking and rolling. So we're going to say rock and then we're going to say roll and roll all the way back. Rock and roll. Can you try it with me again? Rock and roll. Let's do it one more time. It's okay if you can't get all the way up. It takes lots of practice. Ready? Rock and roll. And come all the way up and sit crisscross applesauce. In yoga, it's so important to have a nice tall spine. Your spine runs all the way up your back. So we're going to take our imaginary zipper, start at the bottom, and zip up your spine. Good, let's do it again. Take your zipper, place it at the bottom, and zip it up so you're nice and tall. Great. Now, we are gonna do something that I think is so helpful if you're feeling frustrated or angry. We breathe our shoulders up to our ears, and let it out. Doesn't that make you feel so much more relaxed? Let's try it again. And one more time. Ready? Now let's crawl forward for some poses on our hands and knees. So we are going to do what's called cat-cow. We're going to start with a cat stretch. Have you ever seen a cat waking up from a nap? They look like this. They round their back and they look down at their belly and stretch their back. Can you do that with me this time? So let's look down at our belly and stretch your back. Good. And now our cat is waking up in a barn and she sees her friend, the cow. So let's do cow. You look up and what does the cow say? Moo. Can you moo like a cow? And now our cow is going to say hello to the cat. So let's do cat stretch again. Round your back, look at your belly, and what does the cat say? Meow. Let's say hello as a cow again. Come into cow pose. Moo. And now come into cat. Meow. And our cat also sees her friend the mouse. And mice and cats like to play chase. So let's get down like we're gonna pounce. Get down low, wiggle your body, and ready, set, pounce forward. Did you catch the mouse? Not yet. Okay, let's try again. Ready? Let's get down low, wiggle your body, get ready to pounce. Ready, set, pounce. And we caught the mouse. Have you ever watched a seed grow into a flower or a tree? Well, today we are going to use yoga to be seeds and grow into big, strong trees. We're going to start in seed pose. Sometimes it's called child's pose. It's a really good one to come into if you're feeling overwhelmed or like you just need some space. So sitting down on your heels, we're going to bring our foreheads down to our mats. And our seed takes a couple things to grow into a strong tree. Can you think of anything that a seed needs? It needs soil, also called dirt. It needs rain, sunshine, and one more thing that we don't think of very much. We need patience. So we will practice our patience as we wait for our seed to grow into a tree. So bring your forehead down to the earth and start by packing in the dirt with your hands. So can you pack it in nice and tight? Next comes the rain. Start tapping your fingertips, making the sound of the rain coming down onto the little seed. And now comes the warm sunshine. So rub your hands on your mat and make this sound. Ah! That's the sound we're going to make for our sunshine. Can you do it with me one more time? And now we're going to practice our patience as we wait for our seed to be ready to grow. So coming down and slowly begin to grow. Can you go really, really slow? It takes a lot for a seed to grow into a tree. And now we're ready to pop out of the ground. So I'm gonna count to 3 and we're gonna pop up. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Pop up out of the ground and into tree pose. So we're gonna take one of our legs and place your foot right next to your other leg. It's okay if your toe touches the ground, and it's okay to grab onto a sturdy piece of furniture. Balancing is hard work. If this is too easy, you can try bringing your foot all the way up. But do what you need to do today. So I'm gonna put my toe right down on the ground. And when you're ready, let's grow our branches up to the sky. You are a mighty tree in the forest. Now, a big wind is gonna come along. So can you make the sound of the wind with me? Ready? Shh. Can you try to stay up? Shh. Good. Now reach your hands back up to the sky. And slowly bring your hands down to your heart. Bring your knee forward and down, and let's shake it out. Because balancing is hard work. And let's do the other side. Take your leg, open it up, and place your foot wherever you did on the first side. So I'm gonna place my toe on the ground and my foot against my leg. Now let's grow our branches again up to the sky, reach it up, growing tall in the forest. And now another wind, an even stronger one is gonna come along. Are you ready? Let's make the sound together. Shh. Try to stay up, we're almost there. Shh. Good, and now reach back up to the sky and bring your hands down to your heart and your foot comes down, and let's wiggle it out one more time. Good work. We are going to be doing some sun salutations now. They are so much fun to do over and over and over. They'll give you lots of energy. And remember, it's okay if it takes a couple of times to learn it. Practicing something new is fun, right? So let's start in mountain pose. Reach your hands up to the sky and say, hello, sunshine. And now let's reach our hands all the way down to the earth and say, hello, earth. Now let's come up halfway and say hello to each other. Hello, friend. And now plant your hands and we're gonna walk ourselves all the way back to plank pose. So pull your belly in and say plank pose. Now let's flip our feet, reach ourselves up and say upward facing dog. And our upward facing dog likes to howl. So can you howl at the moon? Oh, oh, oh! Great, now let's tuck our toes and send our doggy tail up to the sky and say downward facing dog. Can you bark like a dog in downward facing dog? Oh, 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 ruff, ruff, ruff. Now let's walk our feet all the way up to our hands and come back to mountain pose. Reach your hands up to the sky and say, hello, sunshine. And now fold all the way forward and bring your hands down to your mat and say, hello, earth. Now let's come up halfway to say hello to each other. Hello, friend. And now plant your hand again and walk, walk, walk back into your plank pose. And let's say it together, plank pose. Now tuck your toes and reach up to the sky and say upward facing dog. Oh, oh, oh! Now tuck your toes once again and reach your doggy tail up to the sky. Downward facing dog. Can you make a doggy sound? Whatever doggy sound you want. I'm gonna bark. Woof, woof, woof. And now let's walk our feet back up to our hands. And let's do it one more time. Are you ready? Reach your hands up to the sky for mountain pose. Hello, sunshine. Now fold all the way forward and plant your hands on your mat. Do you remember what we say? Hello, earth. Now come up halfway. Hello, friend. Now plant your hands. Let's walk back into our plank pose. Pull your belly in. And what do we say? Plank pose. Good. Flip your feet and come into your upward facing dog. Oh, oh, oh. Good, now let's tuck our toes. Send your doggy tail high, downward facing dog pose. Woof, woof. And now walk your feet back to your hands one last time. We're almost there. And reach up to mountain pose. Hello, sunshine. And bring your hands down to your heart. That was so much fun, wasn't it? We are going to be doing our warrior series now. Warrior poses help us to remember that we are strong and capable. Capable is a fancy word that means you can do anything if you practice and try. So let's start by walking our feet out wide. Now place your front foot and bring it forward. Reach your hands up and now bend your front knee. We are going to look towards our front fingertips. So look forward and say, Warrior 2, I am strong. Can you say it with me this time? Warrior 2, I am strong. Great, now let's straighten our leg and bring that foot in. And now reach your fingertips wide. This is one of my favorite poses of all time. It's called star pose. So can you shine like a star in the sky? Bring a big smile on your face. You are a beautiful shining star. Great, let's do warrior 2 on the other side. Bring your hands down and point this toe forward. Now bend your knee and look towards these fingers and say, Warrior 2, I am capable. Can you say it with me? Warrior 2, I am capable. Now straighten that leg and turn your foot in and shine like a star once again in the sky for star pose. Reach your fingertips wide and smile and sparkle. Now let's do warrior 2 again on the first side. Flip your hands down and flip the toe out. Bend that front knee and look towards your fingertips. Warrior 2, I am strong. Now we're going to add some movement. Are you guys ready? Reach your hands up to the sky and say, I am strong. And now come back to your warrior 2 and say, I am capable. Let's do it one more time. Reach it up. I am strong. And now reach it back down. I am capable. Now do you remember star pose? Straighten that leg and turn the toes in and reach your fingertips wide and shine like a star in the sky. The brightest star in the sky. Great, let's flip our hands down and do warrior 2 again. Point that toe. Now bend your knee and look towards your fingers. Warrior 2, I am capable. Are you ready to add some movement? Let's reach it up. I am strong. Now reach it down. I am capable. One more time. I am strong. And down. I am capable. Now straighten that leg and let's walk ourselves all the way in and bring your hands to your heart. Thank you for doing warriors with me. We are going to make our bodies into shapes with yoga. So we're going to start with star pose. So walk your legs out wide and reach your fingertips wide and shine like a star in the sky. You are a beautiful, unique star. There's no one in the world just like you. Now let's do triangle pose. We're going to flip our hands down and point this toe forward. Now reach forward and place this hand on your leg and reach your other hand up to the sky. Now look to the tip of your triangle and say it with me. Triangle pose. Now let's slowly come up back into our beautiful star pose. Bring your foot in and shine like a star in the sky. And let's do triangle on the other side. Bring your hands down and point your other toe forward. Now reach forward and place this arm inside your leg and reach your other hand to the sky. Can you look to the tip of your triangle? And say it with me, triangle pose. Now let's slowly bring ourselves up and walk your feet in to touch one another. We are going to do crescent moon pose. So to start, reach your hands up to the sky and stretch really long so you're standing up really tall. And now slowly begin to tip to the side. See if you can keep your head between your arms. Crescent moon pose. Now reach back up to the sky and grow taller. And tip to the other side and say crescent moon pose. Now let's slowly come up and bring our hands back down to our heart. Do you want to try some more triangles? They are so much fun. Let's walk our feet out wide and start with our beautiful star pose. Reach and shine and smile. And now come to triangle pose. Flip your hands down and point your toe forward. Now reach forward and come into your beautiful triangle pose. Looking to the tip of your triangle, what do we say? Triangle pose. And let's slowly come up back into your beautiful star. Bring your foot in and shine and smile. Yoga is so much fun. And now let's do our triangle. Flip your hands down, point your toe, and reach and come into your beautiful triangle pose. Look up to the tip of your triangle. Triangle pose. Now let's slowly come up once again and walk your feet into touch. Do you remember how we did our crescent moon pose? We reach long like you're growing taller. And slowly tip to the side. Crescent moon pose. Do you feel like you're a moon in the sky? And let's come up and tip to the other side. Ready? And now let's come back up and bring your hands down to your heart. Isn't it fun making our bodies into shapes with yoga? We are going to be practicing balancing now. Remember, balancing takes lots of practice. It's okay if you need to find something sturdy to hold on to, and it's also okay if you fall down. Remember, even people that have been doing yoga for a long time can still fall down. You just have to smile and pick yourself back up. It's just yoga, so just get right back into it. We are going to start with tree pose. So to start, bend one of your knees and open it up like a book. Now we're going to place the bottom of that foot against your other leg. Your toe can be touching the ground, or you can lift it up the side of your leg, or above your knee, bring it all the way up. Whatever you want to do today, it's your tree pose. So I'm going to place my toe on the ground to help me balance. Now bring your hands to your heart. Take a deep breath. And now let's grow our branches up to the sky. Ready? Reaching it up and grow a mighty tree in the forest. And now let's bring our hands down to our heart. Bring your knee forward and down and let's wiggle it out. Balancing takes lots of work, so it's good to wiggle it out in between. And now let's do the other side. So bend your knee and open it up like a book. And place your foot wherever you put it the first time. So I'm going to put mine right against my leg with my toes on the ground. When you're ready, bring your hands back to your heart. And now let's grow our branches up to the sky. And imagine that you are a tree in the forest. Maybe there's animals in that forest. Maybe there is a bird nest in your tree. Your tree can be whatever it wants to be and wherever it wants to be. Now let's bring our hands back to our heart and bring your knee forward and down and wiggle it out one more time. Get all the wiggles out. And now let's try airplane pose. So have you ever seen an airplane? Maybe you have a toy airplane, or maybe you've even been on an airplane. What do airplanes have? They have long wings, so bring your wings out. Get your airplane wings out. And now we are gonna tip forward very slowly and make the sound of an airplane taking off. It sounds like this. Shh. So on 3, 1, 2, 3, tip forward, ready? Shh. Can you balance? And your airplane now can go wherever it wants to go. Go to your favorite place. Maybe it's across an ocean. Maybe this place is just a made-up place. Your airplane in yoga can go wherever it wants to go and see whatever it wants to see. Let's slowly come back. Wiggle it out one more time. My arms are getting tired of yours. It's hard work doing yoga. Let's do it again. So reach your airplane wings out. And now let's do it with the other foot. On 3, ready? 1, 2, 3, let's take off. So where's this airplane going? Is it going the same place or a different place? Your airplane can go wherever it wants to go. Okay, let's slowly come back up. Reach your hands up to the sky. And bring them back down to your heart. Wiggle out one last time. Isn't balancing fun? Let's do some yoga flow now. So to start, reach your hands up to the sky for mountain pose. Hello, sunshine. Now fold all the way forward and plant your hands on your mat and step back into downward facing dog pose. Can you pedal your feet side to side, up and down? Now shake your tail, just like a dog would. Now use your head, say yes, and now say no. Perfect. Now we are going to do 3-legged dog pose. So reach one of your legs up to the sky and say 3-legged doggy pose. Can you say it with me? 3-legged doggy pose. And now let's place that foot down and try the other side. Are you ready? Lift up your leg. And what do we say? 3-legged doggy pose. Now place that foot back on the mat and walk your hands to meet your feet and your feet to meet your hands. Now take your hand and grab your opposite elbows. Can you shake your head yes and no again? Yes and no. And try slowly rocking side to side. This is called ragdoll pose. I think it feels really good. Now drop your hands down to the mat and see if you can make them like floppy noodles, just flopping and nice and heavy. And let's roll up. Let's see who can get there the slowest. So go really, really slow. Rolling up to standing. And now bring your shoulders up to your ears and let it out. Let's reach our hands up to the sky and sit down in an imaginary chair. So there's not really a chair behind you. We're just pretending. This will make your legs really nice and strong. Good, now let's reach back up to the sky. Hello, sunshine. And fold all the way forward and place your hands on your mat and step back into your downward facing dog pose. Can you pedal your feet out? And shake your tail side to side. Now say yes with your head. And now say no. It's letting all the tension in your neck go. We're going to do our 3-legged doggy pose again. Are you ready? Reach your leg up to the sky. 3-legged doggy pose. And now bring it back down. Let's do the other side. Reach your other foot up. And what do we say? 3-legged doggy pose. And now come back to your down dog. Let's walk our hands to meet our feet and our feet to meet our hands. And grab your opposite elbow. One more ragdoll pose. So rocking side to side. And now get those floppy noodles out. Drop your hands Make them nice and floppy. And slowly roll up. See if you can go even slower than you did the first time. Let's bring our shoulders back up to our ears. And let it out. Let's reach our hands up to the sky and sit down in that chair. Chair pose. This is going to make our legs so strong. So pretend you're sitting in a chair and relax your shoulders down. Now let's reach back up to the sky and bring your hands down to your heart. Join me on the floor now. We are going to do cobra pose. A cobra is a kind of snake. So we are going to make our bodies into snakes. So come to lay on your belly on your mat. And bring the tops of your feet down onto your mat. Bring your chin to your mat and bring your hands right next to your armpits. So when I say 3, we're going to pop up into snake pose or cobra pose. And we're going to hiss. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go up. Can you hover your hands? That means you're just having them just above your mat. Keep breathing. We're almost to the end. And come down and bring your ear to your mat. And bring your hands down. And just wiggle a little bit. Let's do one more cobra pose. Bring your chin down to your mat. And bring your hands right next to your armpits. Press the tops of your feet into your mat. And let's pop up into cobra pose. Ready? 1, 2, 3, pop up. And hover your hands. And what does a snake say? Good. Let's come down. Bring your ear to the mat. And flop your arms down to your side. Doesn't that feel good? We're strengthening our spine on the back of our body. So this next one is called floor bow. Bend your knees and grab the outsides of your feet. Bring your chin down to your mat and let's pop up just like we did on cobra pose. 1, 2, 3, pop up into floor bow and say floor bow, floor bow. Good. Let's come all the way down and press your hands up and bring yourself all the way around. So we're going to swing around and come to sit. And bring your feet down to your mat. So this one is called boat pose. We are going to be boats crossing the river. So sit up nice and tall and take your hands and place them on the back of your legs. And slowly begin to tip back until you feel your feet starting to come up off your mat. It's okay if your feet are still touching your mat. You're still doing boat pose. So this is our boat pose. If you want to try something even harder, you can try straightening your legs. You want to go even farther, you can reach your hands out. But remember, this is okay too. So where is your boat going, crossing the mighty river? What color is your boat? And who is in your boat with you? Let's slowly come back down. Now we are going to be doing some relaxing yoga poses on our back. These will help calm down your body and your mind. So slowly roll down onto your back, all the way down. And walk your feet in so you can touch your heels with your fingertips. Now press your hands into your mat, look straight up at the ceiling, and when you're ready, lift your hips way up to the sky. This is called bridge pose. So imagine you're a bridge over a mighty river. Now slowly bring your back all the way down onto the mat. And bring your feet up like you're making footprints on the ceiling. And take your hands and grab the inside of your feet. Now we're going to slowly rock side to side. Have you ever seen a baby do this pose? It's called happy baby pose. I like to say happy baby, happy baby, happy baby. Can you say it with me? Happy baby, happy baby. Now let's slowly bring our feet all the way down. We are going to do one called wind removing pose. It's so important to start with your right side and then do your left side because this one is good for digestion. So ask an adult if you don't know which side is your right side. Let's bring our right knee all the way up and pull it in with your hands. Now let's switch to the other side. So bring that foot down and bring your other knee up and in with your hand. Good. Now let's slowly bring both feet down again. We are going to do one called Supta Baddha Konasana. I think that word sounds kind of cool. Can you say it again with me? Supta Baddha Konasana. So we're going to take the bottoms of our feet and we're going to stick them together and bring them down to the mat and let your knees fall open. Now bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. We're going to use our breath to make our bellies go up and down and slow down our breath. So watch me do it. I'm going to breathe in and fill up my belly and let it out. Let's do that 2 more times. Don't you feel so relaxed? We are going to move now into star pose. So we're going to be starfish on the ground. So spread your feet wide and reach your hands long, your palms facing up. And close your eyes and just relax like a starfish on the bottom of the ocean. Staying down in your relaxing starfish pose, I'm going to sit up and guide you through some ending meditation. Let's take 3 nice deep breaths with one another. So fill up your lungs and sigh it out. Let's do that 2 more times. And one more nice deep breath all the way down to your belly. Now keeping your eyes closed, let's go to our very special place. We're going to use our imagination. Your special place can be wherever you want it to be. It can be a place you've been before or someplace made up. Maybe a rainforest or a park, or maybe your special place is in your own bed. Go to your special place now in your imagination. What do you see in your very special place? What do you hear? Are there any sounds in your special place? And how about smells? Do you smell anything different in your very special place? And most importantly, how do you feel in your special place? In your special place, you should feel warm and happy and safe and so relaxed. Let's take a couple moments to enjoy our special place. Now take the image of your special place and bring it into your heart. You can bring this relaxed, happy, safe feeling with you throughout your day and all through the night. All you need to do is come back to your nice, deep yoga breaths and imagine your special place. You are a special, unique, amazing child, strong and capable. You can do anything if you practice and try. Let's slowly begin to wiggle our fingers, Wiggle our toes, and maybe rock your head side to side, adding some movement, but knowing that we can come back to this feeling whenever we want to. If you'd like to stay down in your starfish pose for a little bit longer, you can. But if you're ready, rise up into crisscross applesauce with a nice tall back. So at the end of a yoga class, it is customary for us to say namaste to each other. Namaste means that I bow to the light in me and I bow to the light in you. The light is that special place inside of you that makes you so special and unique, that there's no person in the world just like you. So we bring our hands to our heart, and then we bring our hands all the way up to our forehead and we bow forward. Can you say namaste with me? Namaste. Thank you for doing yoga with me.